Let us see exercise 11.1. I have written here the required formulae which will be very useful while solving the problems. See, this is a right angle triangle. This is theta. For this angle theta, this is opposite side, right? This is adjacent side and this is hypotenuse. In this right angle triangle, largest side is hypotenuse. Angle opposite to largest side is 90 degrees, right? Remaining two angles will be less than 90 degrees, right? Acute angles, right? Anyway, Pythagoras theorem, we know, right? Square of hypotenuse equal to sum of squares of remaining two sides. So in this context, if you apply Pythagoras theorem here, hypotenuse square is equal to opposite side square plus adjacent side square. We can write like this. This is a very useful formula, right? In this right angle triangle, if you know any two sides, right, lengths of any two sides, you can find the value of the other side, length of the other side, remaining side, using this Pythagoras theorem, right? See, this is a right angle triangle. You take any two sides, length ratio of the lengths is called a trigonometric ratio. See, this by this is one trigonometric ratio. This by this is another trigonometric ratio. Opposite side by adjacent side is one trigonometric ratio. That is tan theta. Adjacent side by opposite side is another trigonometric ratio. That is, we are calling that as cot theta. In the same way, opposite by hypotenuse, adjacent by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse by opposite, hypotenuse by adjacent. 4, right? This. So altogether we have 6 ratios, right? From these three sides, 6 ratios are possible. This by this is opposite by hypotenuse, that is, we are calling that sine theta. Hypotenuse by opposite, we are calling that as cosecant theta. Clearly these two are reciprocal of each other, right? This by this by this. So if you multiply these two, what do you get? 1. Sine theta and cosecant theta is, these two cancel, right? Opposite by hypotenuse into hypotenuse by opposite side. So product will be 1. That's what I have written here. In the same way, what is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, right? Adjacent side, hypotenuse, right? Reciprocal is hypotenuse by adjacent side. We are calling that as secant theta. Clearly these two are reciprocal to each other. If you multiply these two, obviously that you will get 1, right? In the same way, tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side, right? In the same way, adjacent by opposite side is cot theta. These two are also reciprocal to each other. If you multiply them, you will get 1. One more observation here is, if you get write sine theta by cos theta, opposite by hypotenuse divided by adjacent by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse get cancelled. You will what will be remaining? Opposite by adjacent side, right? Opposite by adjacent side is tan theta. So sin theta by cos theta is tan theta. In the same way, cos theta by sin theta is cot theta. You are supposed to remember these formulae, right? They are very useful and they are required in trigonometry, right? Now let us go to exercise. Question number 1. In right angle triangle ABC, 8 centimeters, 15 centimeters, 17 centimeters are the lengths of AB, BC and CA respectively. Then find out sin A, cos A and tan A. That is the question, right? See, triangle ABC. Let us say this is right angle triangle ABC. Lengths of sides are given AB, BC, CA respectively. AB is 8 centimeters. BC is 15 centimeters. And CA is 17 centimeters. Lengths are given, right? You are supposed to find the values of 3 ratios. Sin A, cos A, you are supposed to find out sin A, cos A and tan A. Already we have discussed how many ratios are there? Trigonometric ratios 6: sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and cot theta. Of course, you are supposed to find out the values of three ratios here. Well, see, for this angle A, sin A you are supposed to find out in this right angle triangle. What is the formula for sin A? Sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. That is opposite by hypotenuse, right? Here for this angle A, what is the opposite side? This one BC, right? So BC divided by hypotenuse is 17. Sorry, AC. BC by AC. So this is 15 centimeters divided by 17 centimeters, right? 15 by 17 is the answer. Yes, tell me, what is cos A? What is the formula? Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. You are supposed to remember this one. See, sin is opposite by hypotenuse. Cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. So these two, if you remember, see denominators, in the denominators they are having hypotenuse, right? Sin in the numerator, sin is having opposite, cos is having adjacent. So this by this by this. Third one, what is the third ratio? Tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. This by this. You don't have hypotenuse here, right? So you can remember this also. These two are having denominators as hypotenuse, and third ratio tan you don't have hypotenuse, opposite by adjacent you are writing. If you remember these three, automatically remaining three you can remember. Cosecant theta is reciprocal of this, so simply numerator becomes denominator here, denominator becomes numerator here. In the same way, cos theta and secant theta are reciprocal of each other, right? Denominator hypotenuse is numerator here, numerator adjacent side is denominator here, right? In the same way, cot theta and tan theta are reciprocal of each other. You can easily remember, right? If you remember this, you can write easily this one also. So instead, tell me now, cos here. What is cos? Adjacent by hypotenuse. So what is the adjacent side here for this angle here? 8 centimeters. That is AB, of course. AB divided by AC is, of course, denominator is hypotenuse, that is AC. So your answer is 8 divided by 17, right? Tell me, what is tan A? Tan A is formula, opposite by adjacent, right? This by this. That is BC divided by AB. So 15 divided by 8, right? That's all. These are the answers, right? Of course, if you are even if you are asked the values of remaining three ratios also, you can give, na? Yes, if you are asked to find out cosecant theta, what will be the answer? Hypotenuse by opposite. So 17 by, what is opposite to angle A? 15, right? 17 by 15. And the same way you can give the remaining two also, right? So if all three sides, lengths of all three sides are known, you can give any value of any ratio of these six, right? Any value of any ratio of the six ratios, six trigonometric ratios, right? Okay. Now let us go to question number 2. Question number 2. You are having textbooks now. Yes. You take out your textbook and open that page. See that question. Question number 2. The sides of a right angle triangle PQ is 7 centimeters, QR is 25 centimeters, and angle P is 90 degrees respectively. Then find tan Q minus tan R. That is the question. See, angle P is 90 degrees. So, in the right angle triangle, let us say this is right angle triangle. Right angle is at P. Given, na? P is 90 degrees given. PQ is 7 centimeters, QR is 25 centimeters. So, for more clear understanding, I am writing a picture, change it, that's all. You can take any right, either way, right? PQ is 7 centimeters given, right? Let's say this is PQR. PQ is 7, QR is 25 centimeters. Angle P is 90 degrees, right? So this is right angle triangle PQR. Find tan Q minus tan R. Tan Q minus tan R. This is the question. See, here in this question, lengths of two sides are given, right? You can find the third side using Pythagoras theorem. In any question, if you know lengths of two sides in a right angle triangle, you can find out the value of third side using Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is equal to opposite square plus adjacent side square. Right? Because you need to find the value of tan Q and tan R. Tan Q and tan R involve the third side also. We will see that. So let us first find out the value of third side using Pythagoras theorem. This is a very useful formula, right? Pythagoras theorem. Yes, tell me. Hypotenuse square. Hypotenuse is using, I am writing, using Pythagoras theorem. QR square is equal to side square plus side square, right? RP square plus PQ square. That is 25 square is equal to, this is, you don't know this one, right? RPR square. Let us say this is X, right? Let us call it as X. Somewhere here we can write, let RP is equal to, RPR is equal to X centimeters, right? So 25 square is equal to X square plus PQ square. PQ square is 7 square. Let us simplify further. 25 square is 625 is equal to X square plus 7 square is 49. So X square can be written as 625 minus 49 if you transpose, right? So that is how much? 576. 526 is 24 square, we know. X square is 24 square. So what is the value of X? X is 24. So we got the value of the remaining side as 24 centimeters. So I can I am taking the triangle PQR like this now. PQR, this is 90 degrees. This is 25 centimeters. This is 7 centimeters. And this one I have just now found out 24 centimeters. See, this is a right angle triangle. Now in this we know the side lengths of sides of all the three sides. You can give the value of any ratio, right, of any angle of these three, right? Any angle of these two, right? Of course, this is right angle triangle. This is right angle. These two are acute angles. You can find the value. All the 6 ratios for this angle are, that is sin R, cos R, tan R, cosecant R, secant R, cot R. Right? In the same way, for this angle also we can write sin Q, cos Q, tan Q, cosecant Q, secant Q, and cot Q. All 6 ratios for this angle also you can give, right? Either angle you can find out. Anyway, what you are supposed to find out here, tan Q minus tan R. See, tan Q, let us first write tan Q. This is angle Q, right? This is vertex Q, so this is angle Q. For this angle, What is tan? Tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. For this angle theta, this is opposite side, this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse. So largest angle is 90 degrees, and the side opposite to largest angle is largest side, that is hypotenuse any right angle triangle. So this is hypotenuse. For this angle theta q, this is adjacent and this is opposite. You need tan is opposite by adjacent. So this is opposite, that is 24 centimeters divided by adjacent side here is 7 centimeters. That is tan q minus tan r. See, this is angle r here. This is angle r. This is vertex r. This is angle r. For this angle, what is tan anyway? Opposite by adjacent, same formula. For this angle, what is the opposite side? PQ. So 7 centimeters divided by adjacent side. What is the adjacent side? This one will be the adjacent side for this angle. That is RP. That is 24. You have to be alert while writing. Don't get confused. Right? In a right angle triangle, leaving this right angle, one right angle, remaining two angles are acute angles. Obviously less than 90 they will be. For any of those two, you can write all the 6 ratios, 6 values. Right? If you know lengths of the sides. Right? Of course, in this case, you are supposed to find simply this value. So simply we are writing 2 values, ratios. Right? You can simply simplify further. Right? What is the LCM? LCM is 7 into 24. Numerator 24 into 24 minus 7 into 7. Yes, this is 576 minus 7 square is 49 divided by, this is 168, right? 720 is 140, 7 4s 28. 140 plus 28 is 168, right? So what is this? How much? 527 divided by 168. That's all. This is your answer. Can you simplify further? No? So leave it like that. So your answer is 527 divided by 160. That is the value of tan q minus tan r. Next, let us see. What is this? Question number 2 is this, right? Question number 2. Next, question number 3. We shall see. Question number C. See the textbook. Question number 3. In a right angle triangle ABC with right angle at B, in which small a is 24 units, small b is 25 units, and angle BS is theta, then find cos theta and tan theta. That is the question. See, where is the right angle? At B. So clearly, so this is right angle triangle is mentioning B is 90 degrees. So let us say this is the triangle ABC and the other vertices are AC, right? Here he is using this notation. See, small a is the side opposite to angle A. This is angle A, right? Opposite side is this one. That is BC. BC is small a. That is the notation we use in trigonometry, right? That is given as 24 units. In the same way, small b is given 25. Small b is the side opposite to angle B. Here this is angle B. Side opposite to B is this one. This is small b. Small b is given as 25 units. And BAC is theta. BAC, angle BAC is theta. That is this one. That's what he has mentioned. Then find the value of cos theta and tan theta. You are supposed to find cos theta and tan theta. Yes. Just now, as you have seen in the earlier questions, we know the value of two sides. You are supposed to find the value of two ratios, of course. Of these 6 ratios, you are asked to find the value of two ratios. So what shall we do? Yes, we shall first find out the third side, length of the third side using Pythagoras theorem. Then we will go to ratios to find the ratios, right? So using Pythagoras, tell me. Yes, AC square, hypotenuse square is equal to side square plus side square. That is opposite side square by distance square. Anyway, AB square. Let us say this is x. Let somewhere you can write, right? Let AB is equal to x, small x, units, right? He has mentioned units, so x units you can write, x units. AC square is, so 25 units whole square plus side square, or AB square. Let us write the formula completely. AC square is 25 AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square. So this is 25 whole square is equal to x square plus this is 24 square. Let us simplify further. This is 625 x square, this is 576, right? So x square is 625 minus 576. So this is how much? 49, right? X square is 49, but what is 49? 7 square, right? X square is 7 square, so x is 7 units. So my triangle became like this. Now my right angle triangle ABC appears like this. This is x axis 7 units, this is 24 units, and this is 25. Now I know the values of three ratios, three sides. I can find the value of any ratio, any 6 ratios of the angles A, 6 ratios of angle C also. Of course, it is given as angle A is theta, right? Now tell me, simply easily you can find out, right? Cos theta and tan theta. Tell me, for this angle theta, what is cos theta? What is formula for cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So this is AB divided by AC, that is 7 units divided by 25 units. This is the answer. Now, how about tan theta? Tan theta, for this angle theta, what is tan theta anyway? Opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite by adjacent. For this opposite side is this one, that is BC, divided by adjacent side is AB. That is 24 divided by 7. This is the answer, right? Question number 3 is this, right? This is question number 3. Let us see question number 4. Question number 4. Cos A. If cos A is 12 by 13, then find sin A and tan A. Cos A is given as 12 by 13. Sin A is dash and tan A is dash. This is the question, right? See, let us say this is right angle triangle ABC, right? What is cos A? This is angle A, right? Cos A is adjacent side by hypotenuse, this by this. So AB divided by, what is given? Given AB divided by hypotenuse is AC, that is 12 by 13. 12 by 13. That is given. You are supposed to find sin A and tan A. So one ratio, you observe carefully. See, while solving this question, just be alert, right? Be alert. One value of one ratio is given, you are supposed to find the value of two more ratios. of these 6 ratios, right? See, some people will get tempted to solve the question like this. See, cos A is cos theta anyway is adjacent side of hypotenuse. So this, for this angle A, this is adjacent, this is hypotenuse. So this is 12, this is 13. Anyway, I can find the value of other side using Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is this plus side square plus side square. So remaining side can be found out using the formula root of hypotenuse square minus the remaining this side square. So 13 square minus 12 square. This is 169 minus 144. That is 25. Root 25 is 5. So we have found out the value of BC also. We know the lengths of remaining 3 sides. So you can find the value of sin A and cos A. So sin A is for this angle opposite by hypotenuse, that is 5 by 13, and tan A is opposite by adjacent side. So 5 by 12 is the answer he has given. See, answers are correct, right? But don't use this procedure. Don't use this procedure. I will tell you why. See, let us say the same question. See, if I ask like this, if cos A is 12 by 13, what is the, my question is like this, see, what is the value of the side BC? What is the value of side BC in centimeters? That is my question. So what will be your answer? Yes, most of you who are acquainted with or who are habituated to that procedure, that is, if a ratio is given, you write the sides, mark the sides like this, and find the third side using Pythagoras theorem, just like this, right? Just what I have done now. We have found out it to be 5 units, right? So BC is 5 centimeters. This is the answer given by many students. But see this. I am drawing a small sketch of another right angle triangle ABC, right? This is 24, this is 10. See, for this, of course, Pythagoras theorem is satisfied here also. See, 26 square, of course, you can simplify. 26 square will be equal to, so 24 square plus 10 square. You can verify, right? But here also, what is the value of cos A? Tell me. Cos A is adjacent side by hypotenuse. 24 divided by 26. Simplify further. 2 12s, 2 13s, right? 12 by 13. See this figure. Triangle ABC. Here also Pythagoras will be, of course, Pythagoras theorem also satisfied. You can check it. 39 square is equal to 36 square plus 15 square. Yes. So here also you tell me, for this angle A, what is the value of cos A? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. So 36 divided by 39. Simplify further, 3 13s. So 3 12s divided by 3 13s. 12 by 13. You see, cos A is 12 by 13 here. Cos A is 12 by 13 here. Here also cos A is 12 by 13. In all these three triangles, cos A is 12 by 13. So from this triangle, of course, what is the value of side BC? 5 centimeters. From this triangle, side BC is 10 centimeters. From this triangle, side BC is 15 centimeters. So what is the value of BC you are talking about? What should be your answer? Is it correct then? We cannot say, right? We cannot say. So he has given you the value of one ratio of these 6 ratios. Only one ratio is given. That's all. You don't know the lengths of the sides of the triangle. That may be this case or this case or this case, right? Infinite such triangles are possible. Yes, you see what I have written here. This is 13 into 2. This is 12 into 2. This will be 5 into 2. That is 2 times of lengths of the sides of this triangle. See this 39. What is 39? Hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse. This is 3 times, right? 13 into 3 is this. Adjacent side for this angle A is, this is in this case 12 centimeters. In this case this is 36. 36 is 3 times of this. Here also this is 3 times. 5 into 3. What you have observed? Of course, these are similar triangles, right? Corresponding sides ratios will be equal in similar triangles. That is also a very good point to remember, right? These are similar triangles, right angle triangles, of course, particularly. In similar triangles, ratio of corresponding sides will be equal, and angles, corresponding angles will be equal. See, corresponding angles with this angle, this angle, this angle are all same. 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, same. Angle C, if you use protractor and find out, angle C will be equal to this angle, same. Observe the side ratio of the sides. 13 by 26 is 1 by 2. 5 by 10 is 1 by 2. 12 by 24 is 1 by 2. Sides ratio is same, 1 by 2, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Of course, here is, you consider these two. 13 by 39 is 1 by 2, or 39 by 13 is 3. Right? 39 by 13 is 3. 15 by 5 is 3. 36 by 12 is 3. Right? Ratio is same. 3, 3, 3. So, what you have observed here? So, if one ratio is given, you don't use that procedure of marking the sides as the numerator and denominator, right? And finding out the third side. Don't do like that. What we can say is, from this given value, we can say that sides of the triangle are in some ratio. See this. Cos A is 12 units. Let us, we can say that 12k and 13k are the sides. Sorry, 12k and 13k are the lengths of sides, adjacent side and hypotenuse, for some value of k or some any positive value. See, if this is one more particular case of this, right? Generalize, I have generalized this, right? Now, if you substitute 1 here in the place of k, 12, 13, what is given in earlier case, right? If you substitute 2 here in the place of k, 12 2s are 24, 13 2s are 26, right? This case, if you substitute 3 here in the place of k, 12 3s are 36, 13 3s are 39, right? This particular case. See, infinite triangles are possible, such triangles are possible. So, if cos A is given as 12 by 13, you can take the sides as 12k and 13k, where k is a positive number. That's all we can take, but we cannot take directly the sides to be 12 and 13. That will be a particular case only. You cannot generalize that, right? So, cos A is 12 by 13. Again, I am starting the question. Again, cos A. Cos A is 12 by 13. That is given. Sin A is dash, tan A is. So, let us see. Be careful. So, ABC is the right angle triangle. Cos A is. So, what shall we take? Let the sides be, how can I take the sides to be 12k, and this is 13k. So 12k, 13k, and let us take other side to be 15 units, right? 15 x units, where k is a positive number. We are supposed to write like this, right? K is a positive number. Of course, here these two sides are now known now. This is 12k units, 13k units. This is, other side is k, we have considered supposed, and let us find the value of other side. See, you be careful in first 3 questions. See this, you see, observe the difference. First 3 questions, Lengths of sides are given 8 centimeters, 12 centimeters, 17 centimeters in first question. In second questions, 7 centimeters, 25 centimeters. Lengths of sides are given, not ratio. See, third question, here also 24 units, 25 units. Lengths of sides are given, not ratios. But in fourth question, ratio cos A is given. Right, be careful in this type of questions. If one ratio value of one ratio is given, you cannot take the numerator and denominators to be directly the sides, lengths of sides of the right angle triangle, right? We can say that they are in proportion, so some proportionality constant has to be considered in considering the lengths, right? Be careful, right? Now using of course, if you want to now find the value of third side, um, because you know the two sides, what shall we do? That is, as usual, we go for using Pythagoras, Pythagoras theorem. Just tell me, AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square, right? That is 13k whole square is equal to, that is 12k whole square plus BC square is x square. So this is 169k square is equal to 144k square plus x square. So x square can be written as 169k square minus 144k square if you transfer this, right? 169 minus 144, that is 25, right? 25k square, that is 5k whole square, right? Because 25 is 5 square, so you can write 5k whole square. X square is 5k whole square. So what can you say about x? X is 5k, because x is the length of a side, so that should be positive. We have considered xk also to be a positive number, so 5k is positive, x is 5k. So now my triangle appears like this. ABC, this is 12k, this is 13k. What is the value of other side in terms of k? That is 5k units. 5k units, right? Now you know the value of all three sides. You can find the value of any ratio, of course. Sin A and tan A. Yes, you are required to find out now. Yes, tell me, what is sin A? What is angle A? Sin is opposite side by hypotenuse formula. Opposite side is BC divided by hypotenuse is AC. That is 5k divided by 13k. That is B. Of course, k get cancelled. What will be remaining? 5 by 13. Yes. Next one, tan U. Tan U is opposite side by adjacent side. That is the formula, right? So BC divided by AB. That is 5k divided by 12k. K get cancelled. So what will be remaining? 5 by 12. These two are the answers which are asked, right? Follow this method. Don't write 12, 13 and find out the other side. Don't do like that, right? Yes. Next question. Question number 5. What is question number 5? If 3 tan A is equal to 4, then find sin A and cos A. Given 3 tan A is equal to 4, you are supposed to find out tan A and cos A. Yes. See, of course, tan A is involved here. That is, one trigonometric ratio is involved, right? We have how many trigonometric ratios? 6 ratios. Of these 6 ratios, one ratio is involved here. You have to find two more, value of two more ratios. See, from this, what you can write? Tan A is 4 by 3, right? Can you write like this? Yes. Let us say this is triangle ABC. This is angle A, right? This is 90 degrees. And sin tan A is we know opposite side by adjacent side, that is 4 by 3 is given. So what see, be alert, don't get confused. Tan A is 4 by 3. So what shall we do? Don't write 4, this is 4, this is 3. Don't take like that, opposite side. What you are supposed to take? 4k, 3k. Yes, yes. Let the sides be 4k, 3k and x units where k is a positive number. Right, like this. Yes. So this is x, right? We have suppose the remaining side to be x, right? We know the lengths of sides now, two sides in terms of k. Let us try to find the value of third side also in terms of k. How shall we proceed? Yes, obviously in all questions we have seen. So if you know the value of two sides lengths, you can find the length of the other side using Pythagoras theorem. Hypotenuse square is sum of squares of remaining two sides. So here using Pythagoras theorem, tell me, AC square is AB square plus BC square. So x square is equal to 3k whole square plus BC is 4k, right? 4k whole square. So this is 9k square plus 16k square. So this is 25k square. But 25k square can be written as 5k whole square, right? Because 25 is 5 square. So x square is 5k whole square. So what can you say about x? X is 5k. So now my triangle appears to me like this, right? This is 3k, this is 4k, and value of x is 5k. Now I know the lengths of sides of all the three sides now in terms of k, of course. I can give you any value of any ratio. Yes, I need the value of sine A and cos A. Yes, tell me. What is sine A? For this angle, sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. For this angle, opposite side is 4k divided by hypotenuse is this one AC, that is 5k. So this is 4 by 5 because k and k get cancelled. In the same way, what is cos A? Cos A is adjacent side by hypotenuse, right? Formula. Adjacent side is 3k divided by hypotenuse is 5k. That is k get cancelled. 3 by 5 is the answer, right? So this is question number 4. 4 or 5? Sorry, question number 5 is this, right? This is question number 5. What we have seen now. Now let us see next question. Question number 6. Question number 6, of course, in triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, if angle A is equal to angle X or acute angle such that cos A is equal to cos X, then show that angle A. Let us see, this is a bit lengthy question. We will see this question at the end, right? End of this exercise. Let us see question number 7 now. Let us see question number 7. Given cot theta is equal to 7 by 8, then evaluate. This has two parts. First part is you are supposed to find out the value of 1 plus sine theta multiplied by 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta multiplied by 1 minus cos theta. You are supposed to find the value of this expression, right? Of course, second part is 1 plus sine theta divided by cos theta. See, one ratio is given here also. One ratio is given. You are supposed to find out the some value of some more ratios and substitute here and simplify. That's all you're supposed to do. Of course, let us consider a triangle, right angle triangle. Let us say this is theta. Cot theta is given. So tell me, what is cot theta? Adjacent side by opposite side. For this angle theta, this is adjacent and this is opposite, right? So how shall we consider the sides? 7 by 8 is known. Is it 7 and 8? This is it? 7 by 8? Shall we write like this? No. 7k, 8k. And because you don't know the other side, let us consider that side to be x units. Let, what shall we write? Let the sides or lengths of sides be 7k, 8k and x units, where k is a positive number. As usual we are writing, right? See, of course, you want to now first find out the value of x in terms of k, of course. As usual, we are using Pythagoras theorem, because you know the value of two sides. You are now going to find out the value of the other side using Pythagoras theorem. Yes, x square, hypotenuse square is 7k whole square plus 8k whole square, right? Plus 8k whole square. This is 49k square plus 64k square, right? Simplify further, what do you get? 113, right? 113k square. 49 plus 64 is 113 only, right? 113 whole square. So this can be written as root 113 into k whole square, right? I want to see this as something square. That's why, yes, I have observed 113 is not a perfect square. So how I can write? How can I write? Root of this whole square. So root 113 whole square into k square. So together I can write like this simply, root 113 into k whole square. Now x square is root 113 k whole square. So what can I say about the value of x? Root 113 into k, right? Root 113 into k. This is the value of x. So now my triangle appears to me like this. This is 90 degrees. This is theta. This is 7k. This is 8k, and this is root 113k. Now, of course, I know the value of lengths of the sides in terms of k, of course. Now I can give you the value of any ratio, right? Of course, see this. Now 1 plus sine theta, let us find out the value of 1 plus sine theta into 1 minus sine theta divided by 1 plus cos theta into 1 minus cos theta. See this. If you, of course, we can substitute the value of sine theta and cos theta directly from this here, but you can observe a bit. These two terms are in the ratio a plus b into a minus b, right? Sorry, in the form a plus b into a minus b. Clearly, something into something. This is something. Sorry, a plus b multiplied by a minus b. This is of the form, right? You know the formula, right? A plus b into a minus b is identity, a square minus b square, right? That is 1 square minus sine theta whole square divided by, in the same way, this is also that same form, right? A plus b into a minus b, right? A square minus b square, right? 1 square minus cos theta whole square, right? Let us now write the value. 1 square is 1 minus sine theta whole square is this. What is sine theta? From this triangle, this is theta. Sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So this is 8k divided by root 113k. That is 8k divided by root 113k. Divided by, in the same way, 1 square is 1 minus cos theta. What is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is 7k divided by hypotenuse is root 113 into k square. Of course, this is also square. I am not writing that, sir. 1 square is because 1 square is 1, we know, right? Here k get cancelled, right? Here also k get cancelled. So what will be remaining? 1 minus 8 square divided by root 13 whole square. What is 8 square? 64 divided by root 113 whole square is 113, right? Divided by, in the same way, you tell me this, 1 minus 7 square divided by root 113 whole square. 7 square is 49 divided by root 113 whole square is 113. Simplify further. What will be LCM here? 113. Numerator will be 1 into 113 minus 64 into 1 divided by, the same way. Here LCM will be 113. 1 into 113 is 113 minus 1 into 49 is 49. 113 and 113 get cancelled, right? So what will be remaining? 113 minus 64 divided by 113 minus 49. This is simplify further. 49 divided by 64. That is your answer. You cannot further simplify now. Leave it like that. This is 49 by 64. Yes. This is question number 7. Sorry. Anyway, we have got second part also now. For this question, of course, we have second part also. What is the second part of this? You find the value of this 1 plus sine theta divided by cos theta, right? Yes, tell me. 1 plus sine theta. What is sine theta? Just taken now. Sine theta is the opposite side by hypotenuse. So 8k divided by root 113k divided by cos theta. What is cos theta? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. 7k divided by root 113k. Right? Let us simplify further. See, here LCM will be, of course, here k and k get cancelled. Here also k and k get cancelled. So what will be remaining? 1 plus 8 by root 113 divided by 7 by root 113. Here let us simplify further. Let us simplify further. See, what will be LCM here? Root 113. Root 113. 1 into root 113 is root 113 plus 8 divided by 7 by root 113. Of course, these two denominators are same, so they get cancelled. So what will be remaining? Root 113 plus 8 divided by 7. Can you simplify further? No, leave it, no problem. So this is the answer. This is question number 7. Now, question number 8. Question number 8. In a right angle triangle ABC, right angle is at B. Tan A is root 3. Then find the value of sin A cos C plus cos A sin C. First part. Second part is cos A cos C minus sin A sin C. So here also what we have observed, tan A, given tan A is root 3, right? Root 3 means, of course, root 3 by 1, right? So let us consider a right angled triangle. Right angled triangle. Root 3k, 1k, let us consider the sides to be like that, right? We cannot take now root 3 1 directly. Yes, root 3k. Tan A is opposite side, adjacent side. So this is angle A, opposite adjacent. So I am taking them to be root 3k and 1k. So root 3k and k. Let the other side be x only. So let the sides be k, root 3k and x units, where k is a positive integer, right? Let us write like this. Of course, here is supposed to find the value of first part. I am considering now sin a cos c plus cos a into sin c. See this. Be careful here. In this question, of course, trigonometric ratios of two angles are involved. So these two acute angles, ratio of angle A are involved, and ratios of angle C are also involved. You are supposed to find out. Be careful. So sin A. Yes, from this right angle triangle. Of course, what shall we do? Before going to this, we are supposed to first find out the value of other side now in terms of k. As usual, as we have done in earlier questions also. Hmm? What, what shall we do? Let us use Pythagoras theorem. So, using Pythagoras theorem, tell me, AC square is AB square plus BC square. So, x square is k square plus root 3k whole square. That is k square plus 3k square. That is 4k square. So x square is 4k square. But 4k square, can I express this as something square? Yes, so 4 is 2 square. 2 square into k square. So 2k whole square, can I write? Yes, x square is 2k whole square. So what can I say about x? X is 2k. Right? X is 2k. So now my right angle triangle appears to me like this. This is k, this is root 3 into k, and the third side is x is 2k. Right? Whatever ratio I want, I can now consider from this, because I know the value of sides of the triangle now, all in the same units. Yes, let us consider the first part. Sin A into cos C plus cos A into sin C, right? Tell me, what is sin A? For this angle A, sin is opposite side by hypotenuse. So, what is the opposite side for this? This is this one. Hypotenuse is this. So, root 3k by 2k multiplied by cos C. What is cos C? Cos C. See, where is angle C? This one, right? This is vertex C, this is angle C. Vertex A, angle A. So, for this angle C, you are supposed to write the ratio cos C. So, for this, what is cos? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. For this angle, what is the adjacent side? This one. This is opposite side, this is adjacent side, this is hypotenuse for this angle. So, adjacent by hypotenuse is root 3 into k divided by hypotenuse is 2k. Right? Plus, in the same way, cos A. See, for this angle A, cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse, right? This is adjacent and this is hypotenuse. So, this is k divided by 2k multiplied by sin C. Sin C is, for this angle C, what is sin? Sin is opposite side by hypotenuse. So, this is opposite side and this is hypotenuse. So, k divided by 2k. Right? Let us simplify further. K get cancelled, K get cancelled. Here also K get cancelled, K get cancelled. So you will be remaining with root 3 by 2 multiplied by root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. Root 3 into root 3 is, of course, 3 by 2 into 2 is 4 plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 is 1 by 4. 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4 is 4 by 4, that is 1. That is first part. Then let us see second part. I'm rubbing it off, right? Of course, this is a video. You can stall the video at any point you like, and you can see it. Anyway, if you have not subscribed so far to my uh, channel, please do subscribe. If you like the video after watching, you share the video, do some comment also, right? See, second part of this: cos A multiplied by cos C minus sin A multiplied by sin C. Yes, A, for the angle A, what is cos A? Adjacent side of hypotenuse. So that is k by 2k multiplied by cos C. What is angle C? Here. Cos C is for this angle. Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. This is adjacent and this is hypotenuse, right? For this angle. So root 3k divided by hypotenuse is 2k plus, sorry, minus sin A into sin C. What is sin A? This is angle A. Sine of this angle you want. Sine is the opposite side by hypotenuse. For this angle is opposite side is this and hypotenuse is this. So this is root 3 into k divided by 2k multiplied by sin C. For this angle C, sine ratio sine you want sine is opposite side by hypotenuse. So opposite is this and hypotenuse is this for this angle, right? So this is k divided by 2k. Yes, let us simplify further. K get cancelled. Here also, here also, here also. So 1 by 2 multiplied by root 3 by 2 minus root 3 by 2 multiplied by 1 by 2. So this is root 3 by 4. 2 unit is 4, right? So here also root 3 by 2 unit is 4. So this is 0, right? So this is question number 8. Now let us see question number 6. Yes, let us see now question number 6. Yes, in this question, what is given? In triangle ABC and triangle XYZ, cos A is equal to cos X, that is given. You are supposed to show that angle A is equal to angle X. You are supposed to show that these two angles are equal. This is angle A, this is angle X, right? Right. So, see, before going into this, let us see an example. See this. You observe this one, this triangle ABC. Sides are 3 units, 5 units, 7 units. Yes, such a triangle is possible or not? Possible. How can you decide? Sum of any two sides is greater than the third side, and difference of any length of any two sides is less than the third side. Yes, you can verify, right? Consider this. Consider this. Let us say some PQ or some XYZ. See this. This is 6. Yes, these two are also possible. Possible, right? You can verify. See, consider these two triangles now. You verify, observe. Do you observe any relation between the sides, lengths of sides of these two triangles? Yes, 3, 6, 5, 10, 7, 14. I have taken in such a way that the ratio of sides are is equal, right? See, 3 by 6 is equal to 1 by 2, right? 3 ones, 3 2s. 5 by 10, 7 by 14. Is it not? Yes, same ratio, right? Of course, These are here also. 3, 9, 3 times. 5, 15, 3 times. 7, 21, 3 times. Right? Corresponding sides are in the same ratio. See, this is clearly, of course, these two also. 6, 9. 2 by 3 times, right? 6 by 9 is 2 by 3. 10 by 15 is also 2 by 3. 14 by 21 is also 2 by 3. See? So corresponding sides are in the same ratios. What else can you observe here? Clearly, these three pictures look, they are of same shape, is it not? They are of same shape. Of course, size is different, but shape is same. See, these three triangles are called similar triangles, right? What are they? Similar triangles. So, what is the condition for similarity? If two sides are, if two triangles are similar triangles, we can observe two points here. First point is sides are proportion. Sides are in same proportion or proportional. Angles, what about angles? Clearly, these two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. These two angles are equal. The corresponding angles are same. Corresponding sides are in the same ratio and corresponding angles are same. That is a beautiful point in similarity of triangles, right? Uh, this concept we will use here, right? See, there is a criterion called SSS criteria for similarity of triangles. See what it says. See, in any two triangles, if the sides of first triangle are proportional to the sides of the other triangle, the corresponding angles are same. That is the point. See clearly 3, 6, 7, 14, 5, 10 are, they are proportional to each other, right? Corresponding sides are proportional. So what can you say? Corresponding angles are same. This angle A is equal to angle P. I can write. Angle C is equal to angle R. In the same way, angle B is equal to angle Q. I can write. See, if I can prove that these three sides, of course, sets of sides are the same ratio, I can say that angles are same using SSS criteria of similarity of triangles. That concept we are going to use here in this question. See, in this question, given question, my target is to prove that angle A is equal to angle X. This angle is equal to this angle. That's what I want to, I'm going to show, right? For that, in which way this concept is useful? Yes, if I can show that these two triangles have corresponding sides in the same ratio, then I can say that these two are similar triangles. Then I can say that angles are same, corresponding angles are same. So for that, what I am supposed to say? Show this side is to this side equal to this side is to this side equal to this side is to this side. If I can show that one, I can say that these two are similar triangles, and further I can say that angle A is equal to angle X, angle B is equal to angle Y, angle C is equal to angle Z. Of course, I need simply A is equal to X. That's all. So my target now, yes, my target now, see, my target, what is my target? I want to show AB divided by AB upon XZ, sorry, XY is equal to BC upon YZ, or BC by YZ is equal to AC upon XZ, or AC by XZ. This is my target. If I can prove this, then I can, in the next step I can say that these two are similar triangles, so corresponding angles are same, so angle A is equal to angle X. That is my target. See, anyway, from given, what is given here? cos A is equal to cos x. Cos A is equal to cos x. Cos x given. Right? From that what I can write? What can I write? Cos A is, angle A is this, so it is adjacent side by hypotenuse, so that is cos theta, right? AB by AC, AB upon AC is equal to cos x. Cos x is adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is xy upon xz, that is xy divided by xz, right? Yes, I can consider this relation from the given relation, right? So here sides are involved. My target is here to involve, now I am trying to involve all the sides, right? Six sides. These three sides, involve the six sides and to get this relation. That is my target now. From the given relation cos A is equal to cos x, I can write this now. So four sides are involved. This side, this side, this side, this side are involved, right? See, you observe carefully. My target is this. Can you get any useful relation from this, which is useful for me? Clearly here numerators are sides of this triangle ABBCC, right? Denominators are sides of this triangle. Here, can you write anything which is useful for me? Yes, observe carefully. See, if I have, let us say 1 by 2, 3 by 6. 3 by 6 plus 1 by 2, right? These two are equal. Is it not? Can I write like this? Can I bring it here and bring this one here? 1 by 3, 2 by 6. Are they equal? 2 by 6 is again 1 by 3, right? I can write like this also. So you can interchange these two. Why I am discussing this? Because if I can bring this to here and this to here, that will be useful for me, my target. So I am using this point here. See, so bring here to the denominator xy is equal to, this is AC divided by xz, right? Is it not? Yes, see this. AB by xy, AC by xz. This part we have already got, right? Now, remaining part, of course, we are supposed to involve now BC and YZ also. Let us see how we can do that. See, AB divided by xy is equal to AC by xz is equal to some k. Let is equal to some constant k. We will see why we have considered this as some constant k. We will see this. See, let us say this is equation 1, right? Now I am thinking like this. I want this relation. I have got already this relation, right? This one, of course, relation. I will involve the sides BC and YZ also. The sides BC and YZ also. For that, I am considering this one. See this. BC by YZ I am considering. BC by Y, I am starting here. See this. BC by YZ I am considering. See, from this right angle triangle, BC is this side, right? This is hypotenuse, this is another side. So, using Pythagoras theorem, can I express BC in terms of the remaining two sides? Yes, BC can be expressed from the remaining two sides like this. Hypotenuse square minus side square. So, AC square minus AB square. In the same way, YZ is this side, right? In this triangle, right angle triangle. This is one side. Can I express this YZ in terms of the remaining two sides? Yes, using the same hypotenuse, using the Pythagoras theorem, I can write like this, right? Root of square of hypotenuse minus square of other side. That is xz square minus xy square, right? Yes. Now I am simplifying further. See, root of AC square minus AB square, the numerator. See this relation 1. AC is this, right? AC by xz is k we are having, right? I am writing AC as k times of xz. Can I write like that? Yes, from this AC is k times of xz. So AC square can be written as k square into xz square, right, minus, in the same way, AB, see this, AB by xy is equal to k. I am considering now, just forget this for time being. AB by xy is equal to k. These two are equal. So I can I write AB is equal to k times of xy? Yes, I can write. So in the place of AB, I am writing k times of xy. Here AB square is there. So k square multiplied by xy square, right, divided by the same way. The denominator I am leaving it as it is because this is already x in terms of xz and xy. I am writing the numerator also in terms of xy and xz. That's what I am trying to do. So that's why I am leaving the denominator as it is. Yes. See, you observe the numerator. This is k square into xz square minus k square into xy square. So can I take k square common? Yes. So this is root of k square multiplied by xz square minus xy square divided by, what is the denominator? Same as it is, I am writing xz square minus xy square. This is root of k square multiplied by root of this, can I write? Root of k square is k. Of course, k is some positive number, right? Some positive k, as we have done earlier questions also. You write the step here, right, where k is a positive number. So root of k square can be written as k, because k is positive, we know already. So into root of xz square minus xy square divided by root of xz square minus xy square. Clearly these two are equal, right? I can cancel these two, right? These two get cancelled. So what will be remaining? K. Okay, so you have got BC by YZ is equal to K. See this. From equation 1, K is AB by XY is equal to AC by XZ. Here what you have got? K is BC by YZ. So have you got this relation or not? So AB by XY is equal to AC by, or I will write like this, BC by YZ. This is also K now. BC by YZ is equal to, now the third term, AC by XZ. My target is reached, accomplished. So what will I say? My target is reached. Of course, don't write this target in the examination, right? For understanding, clear, better understanding, only have written like that, right? So this relation you have got now. So what can you say from this? Corresponding sides are in same ratio. This next part, of course, I am writing here. So what we can write? Corresponding sides are in same ratio. So from SSS criteria of similarity of triangles, what we can say, what can we say? Angles are in proportion. So angle A is equal to angle X, angle B is equal to angle Y, angle C is equal to, sorry, angles are same. So I can write, of course, remaining relations also. I can C is equal to angle Z, angle B is equal to angle Y. I am not writing because my target is to show that angle A is equal to X. That's all. This is the question. A bit lengthy, of course, right? I think you have followed this. If you have not subscribed to my channel so far, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, please share and do some comment or do like, right? Thank you.